No one ever saw Lena cry. At the office, she wore tailored clothes, her hair pinned just right, her lips set in a warm, careful smile. She remembered everyone's birthdays, brought extra pens to meetings, and refilled the coffee pot without being asked. She was known as so lovely, so composed, such a kind soul. What no one knew was that every morning, Lena paused for a moment on the edge of her bed, willing her body to move. Her chest was a sealed jar of unspoken grief, and each breath required effort. But she rose anyway, dressed, smiled, answered emails. Pain, she believed, should be well-mannered. It shouldn't make a scene. After her mother died, Lena only took one day off work. She'd want me to keep going, she'd said to her manager, who offered a sympathetic nod and nothing more. Lena had cried quietly that night, curled in the kitchen corner, her hands gripping the floor tiles. But come morning, she applied concealer and wore a scarf to hide the redness in her eyes. Grief, she believed, should not inconvenience anyone. "You seemed untouched," he said, almost in awe. Lena smiled, tilting her head just slightly. Pain, if trained well enough, learns to sit in the corner without speaking. Callum blinked, unsure if she was joking. She handed him a file and changed the subject. But pain, as it turned out, does not like being ignored forever. It started small, headaches, insomnia, a tremor in her hands. Then came the blank moments, standing in the grocery store, unable to remember why she was there. One evening, while organizing papers at her desk, Lena's vision blurred. Her chest tightened. For a moment, she couldn't breathe. Her body, it seemed, had grown tired of being so polite. She went home that night and, for the first time in years, allowed herself to collapse. Not neatly, not quietly. She cried with her whole body. She screamed into a pillow. She let the ache take up space. The next day, she did something unthinkable. She called in sick. "But I'm working on it." There was silence on the other end. Then, surprisingly, "Take the time you need, Lena." She hung up and sat on her balcony, barefoot, sipping tea that had long gone cold. She watched the city move below, people rushing, lives spinning, pain hidden under polite smiles, just like hers used to be. Lena didn't smile that day, but she breathed easier. And somewhere deep inside her, pain stopped bowing its head and finally stood up, tall, honest, and unashamed. The politeness of pain.